Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing your daily Walking Dead video for today. I will do a Q&A, first one for this one. I've been getting a lot of comments about this. Trev, what do you think Christian Serratos is pregnant, who of course in the Walking Dead television series plays Rosita? And spoiler warning, of course, if you're not caught up for Walking Dead. So this one's pretty good news, so big time congratulations to her, and I don't know who she's dating or married to or anything like that, but congratulations, and nice job, man. Good job. I see what you did there. Good job. So, of course, the question came in from Cory Mcmillans, as well as a lot of other people. So, Christian Serratos, a.k.a. Rosita, in The Walking Dead is pregnant, IRL, in real life, right? Is this real life? Yes, this is real life. Do you think they'll work her pregnancy into the show? And if they were going to, would it be Abraham's or Spencer's if they did? So of course we've had actresses for The Walking Dead being pregnant. This is like the third time recently. So there was Tara, and then there was Sasha, and now Rosita's pregnant. So could it cause problems for the show? Could we see her get killed off in the show? No, I don't think so. I mean, there's so many characters in The Walking Dead now. Just like they did with Tara, they could have her get do the whole baby thing and all that, work around it, and it'd be fine. Might they have to do something with her character in the show, like kind of have her fade in the background a bit, or have her on anger damage control or something? I don't know. We'll have to see what they decide to do and how they kind of phase that into the background and work around it. But I highly doubt they would actually work it into the show. However, you might be right, Cory, that if they couldn't work around it, they actually might have to work it into the show and have Rosita end up being pregnant. Now, let's give our thoughts on your question here. If they were going to do that, whose would it be? Would they go with Abraham or would they go with Spencer's? They'd have to go with... It's kind of... It feels like it wouldn't fit because she would have known already if it was Abraham's, right? She would have not had her period or whatever, and she would have known that she probably was. But in terms of the Walking Dead timeline, see, this is where it gets a bit tricky with the timeline, right? The timeline, when you try to map out the time, the months and the years of how time passes in the Walking Dead TV series, it's never perfect because you have, Carl, who's grown up 7 years in what's supposed to be about 2 years. So if they did that, of course, pregnancy, you have your 9 months and all that kind of deal, and then you have a baby. So Maggie's going to be pregnant probably for a while. It'll probably be a couple seasons unless they do a time skip, and, that's going to be happening. So if it was, in terms of timing, if she was pregnant, they worked it into the show, I suppose they could do it as Spencer's if it was like a season 8 reveal type thing that she's pregnant. But it kind of feels like since not that much time has passed from the beginning of the season until now, that it might make more sense that it was Abraham. But she was with Spencer before, the whole Negan thing. So I guess, and how long would it be until women find out if they are? Maybe they miss a period or two or whatever, then they kind of figure it out, right? I don't know. I'm not a father. I'm not into this thing. So I haven't had to deal with this yet. You guys tell me, write your comments below. But I think it'd make more sense, I guess, if they do Spencer's, because Abraham's with Sasha, and from a viewer standpoint, maybe they do it as Spencer's kid. But I don't think they'll do it. I think it'll be the same as with Tara or Sasha. They'll somehow just have her fade into the background while she's pregnant, not have her shown so much. It's a bit different for her, though, because she's kind of like our current Maggie, so to speak. She's kind of like, one of your females that are at the forefront. Tara is kind of too. But Rosita, I feel like even more so, at least right now in the TV series. So I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure they'll figure it out. They'll work around it. There's so many different characters now, and there's so many locations that it's going to be even easier than ever for them to deal with stuff like pregnancy and stuff like this of the actresses or people that need time off for another show or what have you. So they'll figure something out. I don't think she'll be killed off. Not a big deal, but big time congratulations to them. That's awesome. So very cool. But you guys can write your comments below. Let me know what you think, and whose would it make sense for you if they did go with it. Would you feel it'd be weird if it would be Spencer's? If it was Abraham, Sasha might be pissed. So I think Spencer's makes more sense. BearInterrupted says, longtime fan Trev, love the channel. You never answer my questions, but I finally have one I know you won't be able to pass up. Which Spice Girl would last the longest in the Walking Dead universe? Now, that's a good question. I'm gonna go with Sporty Spice. I'm just, I don't know. I just got a hunch. I just got a hunch. Sporty Spice would have that down. I kept hearing like '90s songs. I was shopping with Jess yesterday. I kept hearing like '90s songs. That were like, what is going on here? Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and stuff. The clothing stores, they play that stuff still. I'm like, what the hell? The girls' clothing stores. Brian Achim says, "Hey Trev, did you know that Rick hasn't killed another character, another person since season 6, episode 15? He's close to a full season now, being sober from killing. What do you think? Could we see Rick kill somebody off soon?" I think so. He's probably due. That's a good point. I haven't thought that through myself or noticed that, but he's probably due for at least a kill or two. Official Bosk says, "Hey Trev, I found a description for the last episode for The Walking Dead Season 7. It's probably fake, bro, but let's go through it anyway. The stakes continue to grow higher as paths cross. The group enacts an intricate plan. I love your channel. Keep up the great work. Been subbed to you since Season 3. So thanks for your support, Bosk. Very cool, man. But the stakes continue to grow higher as paths cross. The group enacts an intricate plan. It's probably written by a fan or something. It doesn't say too much. I mean, obviously, it's what we kind of know is going on anyway. It doesn't really give us much more than what we kind of would already assume. Like, obviously, Rick, once he gets all the chess pieces in order, he's going to launch a full assault on Negan and the Saviors. And he's going to have a plan for that. He's a planner. He's a schemer. So, yeah, absolutely. He's going to have a plan for sure. Brandy Seiler. Yeah, I've seen The Dark Knight way too many times. He's a schemer. All schemers. People drive me nuts with this. Eugene would be stupid to stay loyal to Rick and these survivors. They treat him like shit, especially Rosita. Well, that's true, Brandy. I agree with that. At Alexandria, he's regarded as a joke. Tara is the only person that's nice to him. Negan, on the other hand, actually understands and respects his talents and treats him with the dignity he deserves. Yeah, that's true, but he also saw Negan bash Glenn and Abraham's brains in, and he was pretty close to Abraham. Yes, Abraham did knock him out there, so that's true. He did do that. But I feel like he still had a pretty strong connection to Rosita and Abraham, being that he was on the road with them for so long, and Abraham kept him alive for all that time. And I think he'd be more loyal to the main group. I know what you're saying. I get you. He's not treated the best by Rosita and the others. That's true. But still, I think people like that, guys like Eugene, they'd be used to that. They kind of get it that people look at them kind of weird, and that that's kind of how they're used to being treated. I think in life, especially if they went to high school. I mean, it's just kind of how it is, right? So I think personally, he would still be. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. If you think maybe, for him naturally he'd go with Negan more because Negan treats him better, which is true. But at the same time, I think Eugene would still be loyal to our survivors. I'm just saying. That's me. Ryan Clark said, "I'm pretty sure Simon did see Maggie there with the others during the premiere." So I mentioned that yesterday, and you guys are right. That's true. Simon would know who Maggie is, at least, or kind of, even if she's wearing the hat and she's trying to cover up who she is, that kind of deal. But he may not know that that there's any, he may not know it's really that much of a thing. He kind of thought they were going somewhere anyway, and maybe he kind of figured out that it'd be the Hilltop. That's kind of tricky. It's tricky to say what they do know and what they don't know with regards to Alexandria and the Hilltop's relationship. But you are right that it is possible that when he goes there in episode 14 or so? I forget which description the episode's for. When he gets there soon to go after the other doctor, he might notice Maggie, and he might be like, "Hey, you're not from here, right? Something weird's going on here," and then maybe tell Negan. So maybe you're right. Maybe that's what we'll see. It certainly makes a lot of sense. But I tend to think that Simon's kind of one of those guys that just likes to get drunk and whatever and do right by Negan, and maybe that's it. But we'll see. He is Negan's number 2 after all, so he must have been through quite a bit with him, and maybe he will notice. And maybe he will tell Negan. We'll see how that goes. I'm excited to see more with Simon, and I'm really just not sure how much they're going to use him in the series, and if he'll be getting killed off within this year or so. I wouldn't think that he'd live that long. But, we could even see something like in the future, maybe have him take over the Saviors or something if Negan's defeated. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with that. But I tend to think he'll probably be killed off in the next year or so. But he's fun to see. He's a funny character for sure. B. Francis Thornhill said, "Do you like Daryl better after this season? Because I do. He used to be boring, but for some reason, I like him more now." So I always liked Daryl as a character. I never didn't like Daryl. I always liked Daryl. He's one of my favorites from the series ever since, like, season 1, even since the beginning. So, yeah, I never had a problem with Daryl. I always like seeing him in the show. But I like seeing him get the crossbow back. I like seeing him, get his strength back and being strong again. It's not that much fun seeing him kind of weak near the beginning of this season in the cell and everything like that. Adam Robert Galloway says, Hilltop Community question, hey, Trev, is it just me, or have we not seen a lot of Maggie this season, and the Hilltop Community in general, for that matter? Every time I see them, I just think of Gregory and his mansion, and we've yet to have any interactions with any other individuals there. Also, if they're going to kill off Sasha this season, there's not much of her either if they want us to really care about her death more. Sasha is probably one of my least favorite characters in the show, but I'm shocked they haven't shown her or Maggie more in the Hilltop. Maybe it's just super boring there and with all the cannon fodder. Thanks, Trev. So you're right, but if you think about it, part of that could be because of the bottle episodes, because they're centering on one location, one set of characters per episode in a lot of ways. There's a few episodes here and there where they skip around, which are in a lot of ways, like the episodes I like the most are the ones where you get to see the different communities, like the premiere in that for the second half, and also the premiere for the season and mid-season finale was really good for that too. But yeah, a lot of the episodes, they're bottling it up, and as a result, we don't get to see too much of Maggie at the Hilltop or Sasha, who, would she be pregnant at this time during filming? I would think so. So maybe that could be why. Not sure. We'll do 2 more. Scott Glick says, Trev, do you eat fast food? Well, I mean, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. We order pizza once a week, that kind of deal. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. It's fun stuff. It's good stuff, but not very often, no. Because I don't really. I buy my own groceries. Like I'm 30, so I have my own house and stuff. I got to buy groceries and that. So usually, if we want to do something like go to the grocery store, get a bunch of stuff, and make it ourselves type of deal. Ultra Gaming says, hey, Trev, I just wanted to know your thoughts on comicbook.com theory about the season 7 finale. Do you think this could be a really great ending to the season and make it a great comeback to start All Out War with the season 8 premiere? So they've got some theory about that. It says The Walking Dead, Rick kills Negan finale. So do I think Rick is going to kill Negan in the finale? No. No, come on. No way. No freaking way. I would be shocked if they went that. No, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. No. Okay, that'll be it for today's Q&A, guys. If you liked it, please thumb it up below. Let me know what your thoughts are below on what they'll do with Rosita. And, if you guys like the channel, usual stuff, subscribe at the bottom left. Click the notifications button. That's it for this one. See you guys again tomorrow. Trev saying peace. Later, guys. See ya. Just subscribe somehow.